I'm Bobo and I'm standing on the peak in front of Mount Nicholson. It's an ultra-luxury development with homes worth hundreds of millions of dollars and the world's most expensive parking space. The parking spot in question sold for 10.2 million Hong Kong dollars or 1.3 million US dollars in 2021. Now, this might not come as a surprise if you're already aware that the Peak is one of the world's most expensive neighborhoods, and in Hong Kong no less, a city notorious for being one of the world's most expensive housing markets. But what you might not be aware of is that Hong Kong also houses some of the world's most expensive car parking spaces. Keep watching to learn everything there is to know about car parking investment in Hong Kong. To put it into perspective, the cost of the record-breaking 1.3 million US dollar Mount Nicholson space could get you a 2,300 square foot villa overlooking the beach in Thailand. So let's back up for a second. How expensive is the average car park in Hong Kong? Well, in 2021, the average price for a parking space was roughly 2.14 million Hong Kong dollars or 275,200 US dollars. So it's safe to say that a parking spot in Hong Kong doesn't come cheap. At the start of the pandemic, sales of residential parking spaces plunged 66% as developers put the brakes on investment deals, instead choosing to offer a limited number of parking spaces. But it wasn't long before the city was back to breaking its own records for the world's most expensive parking spaces. Before Mount Nicholson broke the world record in 2021, the previous record holder was a parking spot in a Hong Kong office tower that sold for 7.6 million Hong Kong dollars or 980,000 US dollars in 2019. Rental parking spaces in Hong Kong are just as pricey. Cut to late last year, the Hong Kong Housing Authority approved a 120 Hong Kong dollar increase in its car park charges. This meant that from the start of this year, car parking prices rose to 3,010 Hong Kong dollars a month. For reference, the average car park rental cost 2,250 Hong Kong dollars a month in 2014, or 285 US dollars, meaning that the cost of car park rentals rose 33.7% in 9 years. Unlike the car blockbuster series Fast and Furious, I'm feeling more confused and curious. Why are car parking spaces so expensive in Hong Kong? I'll give you 2 hints: location and supply and demand.
傳統就都係主要一啲係比較大型啲嘅私人屋苑啦，譬如美孚新村啦、麗晶花園啦、花田第一城啦、嘉湖山莊啦，咁呢啲係比較傳統多車位即係transaction嗰個情況。其實有一個好大嘅原因咧，第一咧就係話個車位係restriction咧係比較細啲，係 for 一啲叫做係啲 outsider 咧都可以用嘅，都可以租嘅。咁變咗咧嗰個車位嗰個外investment嗰個吸引力咧就會大好多。咁但係因為當中亦都係有啲屋苑咧係規定咗咧嗰啲車位咧只可以係 end user 咧係放呢個 tenant 啊，或者係一啲係 owner 先至可以享用咧，咁變咗嗰個投資嗰個價值咧就唔會太高。
From talking to Peter, we learned that location is key. Private residential car parks that are open to non-residents for use are often more popular. Spots located further from the city center are also in demand, as well as those in residential developments that prioritize convenience, located near shopping districts or those close to car park entrances. If we check out Hong Kong's average car park prices by region, we can see how they vary across Hong Kong Island, Kowloon, and the New Territories, with Hong Kong Island recording 1.71 million Hong Kong dollars on average for one parking space in 2023, while Kowloon prices average at 2.7 million Hong Kong dollars and the New Territories at 1.41 million Hong Kong dollars. As for supply and demand, Hong Kong's private car parking spaces are racing and failing to catch up with the city's number of cars. Specifically, Hong Kong has over 818,000 cars, vying for 495,000 available private car parking spaces. What this means is that for every car parking space available, there's 2 cars fighting over it. And these figures are just from 2018. Something else that makes the city's parking spaces so scarce is that Hong Kong is one of the most densely populated cities in the world, with 29 square feet of park space per person. That's only a little bigger than a coffin. This makes car parking spaces, especially those in packed commercial districts, even harder to come by, which further drives up parking space prices.
So we've gathered that there won't be any shortage of car parking spaces anytime soon. On top of that, with prices ranging between 1 to 2 million Hong Kong dollars, buyers are catching on to car parking as a lucrative investment alternative.
其實車位投資就比較簡單啲嘅，同物業嗰個係完全兩樣嘢嚟嘅。因為泊車你只係留意個車泊入去嘅時間，會唔會方便啲啊？或者個車泊入去嘅時間嗰個難度大唔大啊？或者個車有冇 cover 啊？或者係有冇歇雨啊？咁變咗嚟講就同買一個單位嗰個考慮嗰個因素咧，就完全兩回事嚟。
Aside from practicality, the barrier to entry and the lump sum for car park investment is lower, making it a viable alternative for some. In addition, stamp duty charges were lowered for non-residential units in 2020. This meant that for car parks costing under 2 million Hong Kong dollars, stamp duty was merely 100 Hong Kong dollars, which positions car park investment as an attractive option for investors wishing to spend less.
主要都係要睇個租金，因為如果嗰個租金都係一路向上嘅時間咧，咁變咗佢個車位嗰個保值能力咧，就同埋個升值能力咧就會強咯。咁通常就係話，如果你話我有3個車位去比較嘅，咁你咪去先比較咗個車位個租金咯，同埋未來嗰度嗰個車位嘅附近嘅發展。出嚟嘅時間係人口多咗，但係車位少咗，咁你個車位就更加會值錢咯。人口多咗，但係車位一樣係多咗，多咗好多添，咁變咗你講你個車位嗰個升值嘅情況就唔會比預期中理想。
But wait, what if you've never invested in car parks before? Don't worry, we didn't forget about you.
最好都係喺一啲叫做係 residential 裏邊啦，因為佢嗰個價格嘅波幅就比較細啲咯，就冇咁大啦，同埋嗰個買賣係比較容易啲啦。即係你俾一啲叫做新買家再去比價出嚟，要去買個車位嘅時間咧，容易啲去比較啦。咁 in case of 就係話佢哋去本身計翻嗰個回報率啦，先容易啲計。咁所以嗰個商嗰個 yield 咧，就基本上咧，佢哋唔係咁 concern 係一個百分點或者係within 1% 或者2%，佢哋主要 mainly 咧都會睇個 car park 個 value 咧喺未來2-3年咧有冇機會咧係升多過超過10% 或者以上嘅，咁佢哋先至會考慮嘅，因為嗰個平均嗰個租金嗰個回報對佢哋嚟講就唔會話係一個好吸引嘅主要嘅原因。睇翻喺2020舊年咧2022年咧咁每個車位嗰個平均嗰個金額咧就大概係170萬。咁喺2023年咧頭嗰4個月咧，咁我哋用一個 average price 去睇咧，就平均咧係大概係158萬。咁即係話大概係每個車位咧就大概爭3萬蚊度啦。
Hong Kong's property price forecasts predict that the city's home prices will rebound by 8 to 10% this year. So long-term investors might purchase a flat to rent out instead because the return on investment there might be higher than what you get investing in car parks. Either way, the pros of car park investment still stand. It remains a low-maintenance, lower-cost alternative to buying a flat in Hong Kong. While car park investment does have a lower yield of 2 to 3%, you can still maximize returns by following our aforementioned tips. In other words, you can still get a lot of mileage out of it.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe for more real estate content like this. Bye!